Welcome back to the next episode of Tea with Tea. Today I'm here at the Lamelle Laboratories with Karen, and she is head of the training department. Karen, tell me a little bit about Lamelle.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So what would you like to know about Lamelle?
Where did it start? Yeah, the background, development.
Okay, so there's a lot we can tell about Lamelle, but so with the history of Lamelle.
Yes.
So how it happened was our two owners, Bradley and Tony, were both working for a big pharmaceutical company, and they were on an aeroplane coming back from, I think, South America.
Yeah.
And Dr. Bradley, who is our formulator,
Yes.
was reading an article written by Dr. Pearl Grimes, who was doing salicylic acid peels on dark skins.
Yes.
And he looked at this and he said to Tony, I really should import some of this. And Tony said, but why don't we make it? And that's where the company started.
Yeah.
So in 2005, the company was registered, and in 2006 they launched their beta peels.
Sure.
And the focus then was to give therapists an option to do peels safely, effectively, and also to look at dark skins, which at that stage had never been peeled. And people were terrified of peeling dark skins. But because Dr. Pearl Grimes had worked on Fitzpatrick 4, 5, and 6, or 4 and 5s, the research was there that we could actually peel the skins. And that was really the birth of the Lamelle product range, or the Lamelle story, and how we produce products for South African skins.
Yeah, and it's proudly South African.
Very much South African. And then the next thing that we have to look at formulation. So how do we formulate? So
because Lamelle is science-based, right?
Yeah. It's all research-based. It's based on clinical information with regards to our active ingredients.
Yes.
And it's all about innovation. So Dr. Bradley is extremely focused on giving us the best that he can, the most innovative ingredients.
Yeah.
The challenge is we don't produce those ingredients in South Africa. So if anybody is a product maker or an ingredient maker, please go and look at pharmaceutical grade active ingredients that are well researched, that we can use in our topical products. So he goes and he scours the world, and he finds
the best of the best.
The doctors and the PhDs and the scientists and that are making the most prominent, most innovative, most changing skin ingredients that they have then tested on skin. And that's also one of the things with this science-based, research-based. In skincare, there are a lot of flaws with regards to that. But know that our ingredients, when we use them, they are well tested. They are well tested on safety. They are well tested for efficacy.
Yes.
Dr. Bradley then brings them in.
Yeah.
And then in our lab on site, he goes and he makes these concoctions.
Yes.
And so if you walk into our lab, you'll see there are lots of products standing around. Those are all products that are in formulation or in the process of being formulated. We're looking at stability there. We're looking at how the ingredients work together. Many of those products are being aged to make sure that they will be stable over a long period of time. Once we know that they're stable, then we go to human skin testing. So we test on a portion of the population. And then based on that, we already know that it'll work. Based on that, it's more about the experience.
Yes.
Do you like the smell? Do you like the touch? Can you cope with the peptide smell? Because sometimes peptides don't smell that nice.
Yes.
And then we'll go into production.
Okay.
And we work with a third party for our production.
And it's not tested on animals at all?
No. Our products are not tested on animals. The challenge is that, so in 2014, the EU actually promulgated a regulation that said that cosmetic products, which we are part of, cannot be tested on animals. So we follow that regulations.
Wonderful.
So you cannot test your products on animals. You shouldn't be testing your products on animals. Now I know people go, but if you export to China, then they test on animals, and that's also changing. We don't have products in China. We're not that big yet, but you never know.
Yes.
Anyway, so So you can't test on animals. So it isn't tested on animals. There are, though, if you go and look at some of the ingredients, there are ingredients like our alpha hydroxy acids, glycolic acid.
Yeah.
Was previously tested on hairless mice.
Yes.
And there are some medical ingredients that were tested for safety originally before the 2014 promulgation.
Yes. That
they would have been tested on animals. But it's
changed.
No longer.
Everything has changed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So no, as I say, our products are never tested, but there is some history of ingredient testing on animals.
Yeah, but that's wonderful to know. Corin, please tell me, with Lamelle, it is for South Africans, but what makes it different from other products in South Africa?
If I have to pick one thing, it's results.
And I can vouch for it because I'm using Lamelle, so I can definitely vouch for it.
I think that we are lucky in the country that we can develop products that have high quality, high quantity. So we have a high concentration of active ingredients in all of our products.
Yes.
And so it's within safety. So we're not just going, let's put 100% glycolic acid on your skin, take it home, no. We're definitely not doing that. So just to assure you that Dr. Bradley he has done a lot of toxicology work, and he keeps his toxicology registration up to date, so that if we do we might find out that an ingredient is not good.
Yeah.
And then we
discontinue.
We discontinue, we don't use it. But anyway, so we use high concentrations of actives. The fact that we look for innovative ingredients.
Yes.
So our first product that we launched was the DermaHeal range, which is our growth factor range.
That's the range I'm using.
Yeah. And there we're using recombinant human growth factors. So we're using an exact copy of what is in your body. We're using skin-specific growth factors there. And that we launched in 2006. And there are no other products in South Africa that use recombinant human growth factor. There are a few that are imported from overseas that use stem cell conditioned media. We also have a product range with that in it.
Yes.
So we're very much about innovation. We're also extremely transparent.
Yes.
So, if something does go wrong, it happens that sometimes we have a reaction.
Yeah.
And we help people with that. So I think it's honest, it's real, and it is results driven.
Yeah, and it is for everybody in South Africa. We're a diverse country, and everybody can use it.
Every skin color, every skin age, every gender. We don't differentiate. What we look at, and that's also probably where we differ from other companies, is that we look at a challenge and we choose ingredients that are specific to that skin challenge.
Yes.
And we then treat that. And we also focus on our professionals. We work with skincare therapists.
Yes.
Because we do believe that your skin is not something that you're going to fix by standing in front of a shelf and choosing one thing this month and the next month.
You need guidance.
It is about guiding you, and it's a journey.
Yes.
So, that journey is also very, very important. Your skin is going to change seasonally, hormonally, through all the phases of your life it changes. But we do cater for all skin. So it means that, back at the all skins.
And the Fitzpatrick, so that they can just understand the scale.
So when we talk about Fitzpatrick skin types, we're talking about different colors of skin or different levels of melanation.
Yes.
And so we often have people who go, is your product for African skins? And yes, we are, because we're treating pigment. We're not treating your African skin or your white skin or your acne skin. We're treating your acne skin. We're not treating teen acne or adult acne. We're treating acne.
Yes.
So it's about the condition that we're treating.
Yeah. No, that's, and I mean, like literally I said, I'm vouching for Lamelle because I've been using it. I can see the difference in my skin. I'm using the HA serum, but there's a whole bunch of other serums. And I've heard that the HA serum actually helps in the morning when you are not so awake and you've got puffy eyes, and when you fly, that also helps. Is it true?
So the HA serum, HA is hyaluronic acid.
Yes.
And it has multiple forms of hyaluronic acid in it. So our focus is to stimulate hyaluronic acid, but that takes a long time.
Yeah.
Like a whole 72 hours. All right. So, but there's a very small molecule hyaluronic acid in the product. And when you go and look at hyaluronic acid absorbs water.
Yes.
And plumps. So I like to use it. I tap a whole, because you get the liney wrinkly,
yes.
You fly to Namibia and you get out of the plane and your skin dries out.
Exactly.
So I do tend to tap a lot of that onto my skin, and it does plump up reasonably quickly. Yes. Just realize that doesn't last very long. Yes. Right. So you've probably got between 6 and 8 hours of that plumpness. Okay. The advantage is, though, that the other forms of hyaluronic acid then take over.
Yes.
So your real result is with cumulative effect, but that's probably the one product that has a very quick result. But you have to put a load on. Now, I have had people who go, "Don't your eyes feel puffy?" And I'm like, "That's the look I'm going for."
That's exactly what
I want those lines to pop out.
So that is one tip that I can give the finalists for next week, because we are going to get tired. We are going to have puffy eyes. They need to go and get the HA serum, and that will work.
Yes. Definitely.
What other tips can you give us for us next week with Mrs. South Africa finals, especially for the contestants that are flying, and our skins are going to be, we're going to use a lot of makeup. We are going to be tired. What can give our skin just that glowing look on stage?
I think there are two things. It's the hyaluronic acid, and then try and get something with a ceramide in it. So the Cera products, your renewal cream also has ceramides in it.
Yes.
You want to make sure that, so with the makeup and the you're taking your makeup off, am I right? Definitely. Putting new makeup on again.
Yes.
Yeah. So you might do 3 facial looks in a day.
Yeah.
And every time you're cleansing, you are removing the makeup, but you are hammering your lipid bilayer. So you want to replace that, and that's where your ceramides come into it. So all of our products penetrate well, but it's a good idea to just put some HA+, put some Cera on. Yeah. You might want to go to sleep with a growth factor sheet mask on your face the night before. That also works fabulously.
Is that from the Cera range?
That's actually a professional product that we allow our therapists to sell to the market. Yes. So it comes in a little sheet.
Yes.
And you put it on, it's like a cotton cutout.
I need to get that.
It contains hyaluronic acid. It also has a little bit of hydrolyzed collagen in it. Now, collagen doesn't replace the collagen, okay? It just binds water. And that's really what you want, is just to give your skin a rest. It is important also to continue to drink your water.
Stay hydrated.
I know you're not allowed to eat. Because
you
need to stay thin. Absolutely teasing. That's such a bad...
that is one of the misconceptions.
That's such a bad misconception about beauty pageants. You can't. So, try and not eat too many carbs and sugars.
Yes.
I know the energy drinks, they're going to come up, but many of them have lots of good for your skin.
Not good for your skin, because breakouts can happen.
Yeah.
And what do you do then?
Okay, with the breakouts, we also have a very good product called the Active Control. It's a little gel that you can put on a breakout, and it actually calms the inflammation very quickly.
Oh, really?
So that's a tool that you can definitely use as well if you do have a breakout.
Brides.
The brides.
That will also definitely work.
That will be something that we need to put in the brides in their little kitchen tea package. We need to have the HA serum, a growth factor mask, and the Active Control just in case.
Yes. So a tip for the bridesmaids: please go get that and give it to the bride.
Yeah. So brides, yes, as well. And of course, then it is also about what you're doing in the weeks running into. And I know it's your finals are next week.
It's next week.
Yeah, so we don't have a lot of time.
No, but there's still time to go and do a facial and to get all your Lamelle products.
Yeah, just one facial though, and don't do it. So do it. I would suggest, if you are going to do a facial, don't do it the 2 or 3 days before.
Yeah,
especially if you're doing a Lamelle treatment.
Yes,
do it on Monday before Friday, so that your skin has time to recover from the facial. And also, I mean, with the brides, you're talking about that. I know that every girl quickly wants to have a peel like on the Thursday. Nia sissy, please don't do that. Because especially and the challenge is you might have had 1,000 of those chemical peels or chemical resurfacing treatments. But it'll happen that week that you swell up or you have a breakout.
Yes.
Because you're stressed. You're not eating right. Yes. You're drinking a lot of champagne. Yes. Not that champagne's bad, but you're dehydrated. So,
you might get a reaction.
You might get a reaction. So I always say your makeup artist is going to be very cross with me if I do the treatment on the Thursday. Yes. Can we please do it on the Monday or maybe even the Saturday before?
Yes.
It also, if you are doing resurfacing treatments, it gives your skin time to get the result of the resurfacing treatment. Yes. So even when we do a light chemical peel like our Lactifirm 3010, the best result is 7 or 10 days afterwards, because then we've removed that dry skin and you can really see the plump, hydrated,
and the
glowy skin.
Yes.
And your makeup artist is going to be very happy because she'll have a beautiful canvas to work.
And the makeup will actually, like we say, it will stick.
It sits better.
It sits better. It won't, the end of the evening for your makeup, it doesn't look the same. But when you've done your peel a week or so before, it will actually last longer on the wedding day.
Definitely.
When they go on holiday, and it's now festive season, everybody is going on holiday, but even for the brides, when they go on the honeymoon, what is the go-to product they need to take with?
So first thing you grab is sunscreen.
Yes, totally.
You go nowhere without sunscreen, and then you also shouldn't go anywhere without after sun product. So we're all very aware of burning. But the challenge is that the sun is, if you are exposed to high doses of sunlight, the more innocuous damage is what causes aging.
Yes.
So that it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
The aging frequencies don't hurt.
In the skin,
You don't feel them. The visible light. Infrared you feel because it's heat, but the UVAs you don't feel. So if you only do one thing, wear your sunscreen every day, and then turn off the free radicals. So there you would look at, we have a product called Rescue Repair Gel, which is actually an after sun that has a high concentration of pycnogenol in it.
Yes.
Pycnogenol is a super antioxidant.
Okay.
And it's free radical damage that ages us. So if we can turn off the free radicals every time we come out of the sun, so you use it like you would a serum.
Serum, yeah.
You use it instead of your serum. You just put it on, put your moisturizer over top of it. That's the first thing the most important thing.
Yeah.
That's going to neutralize any kind of damage. Of course, you want to come back with a little bit of tan.
Yeah.
But neutralize the damage that caused the tan.
Yes.
I always giggle because Dr. Bradley goes, if you see a girl with a beautiful tan, you have to say, what a nice mutation you have. Because you've created DNA damage to get the tan.
Exactly.
All right. And then the second thing is remember to hydrate or moisturize your skin, because if you are on holiday, you tend to spend more time outside. Even if you're not going away on holiday, we're all braaiing, we're all outside, we're playing with the kids. And that the sun also damages us from a dryness point of view. So we have to make sure that we're hydrating well.
Yeah.
And then, if you don't have to travel with your 7,000 little serums and botteltjies.
No.
And your routine does fall by the wayside. Yes. For my ladies with melasma and hyperpigmentation, I also always go, you have to take Oval, which is pycnogenol, but in an oral form.
Okay.
Because what that does is it actually gives you an internal protection from the sun.
Yeah.
Which is critical when you've got hormonal pigmentation. So that would be a third product that I would suggest for my hormonally pigmented patients.
Yes. So your 3 products that you would suggest is those 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you'll come back and then we do the little bit of resurfacing, some microneedling, plump up the skin again, get back into routine.
And there you go.
And there you go. Week or 2 and then your skin's happy again.
Yes. But tell me one myth that we need to now just take off the table.
What myths are you specifically referring to, Tabitha? Is there something that you would want me to answer?
Yeah. Do you still need a toner or not?
So Yes and no. And I don't think it's specific to everybody has to tone. So the challenge why cosmetic companies started making toners is when you're using surfactants and you're not using soaps in your cleansers.
Yes.
To make the cleanser foam, you need to make it more alkaline.
Okay.
And our skin needs to be acidic.
Yes.
The challenge is now you think, okay, I'm putting it on, I'm washing it off. Surely it can't have such a terrible effect. Yeah. But what they found is that it dries your skin out for up to 8 hours after you've used it.
Okay.
So every time you cleanse, you're drying your skin out. And if you're not replacing that, then you're damaging your skin.
Yes.
So what they then did is it affects the pH. So the cosmetic companies produced toners that are at a very low pH to bring the pH back down again.
Yes.
And that also helps with product penetration, ingredient penetration, so on and so forth. And of course, if you want to, the best thing to use when you want something at a low pH is to use your alpha hydroxy or polyhydroxy acids. And then you have the added advantage of exfoliation.
Yes.
So if your cleanser and you'll see at Lamelle, we tell you to use a lot of water with your cleanser because water is neutral and it's going to give you a little bit more foam.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the long-term effects that surfactants do. We do use surfactants though.
Yeah.
So in our range, you do not need to use a toner. But if you are using a product that has got a higher pH, you would need to use a toner to correct that. Now, we also have in that position where we used to use toners, we can use other ingredients. So we can use things like probiotic lysates that help with your biome, that activate your cells to be more healthy, things like that. So it's about what is your aim, and also about what is your cleanser doing to your skin.
Yes, and what type of cleanser you're using.
Yes. So if your company that you're buying your products from says use your toner, please do use your toner.
There's a reason why.
Because there's a reason why. Yeah.
But with Lamelle, it's not necessary.
No, we haven't. We don't have a toner in our range.
Corinne, thank you so much. It was lovely speaking to you today.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you for all the information that you have given us. So where do they need to go to if anybody wants to go and buy some Lamelle products or get some more information?
More information. So the best path is to go to our website. So it's lamelle.co.za. There is a little space where you can do a contact us. If you have specific questions, you can put them into there and they generally get sent to one of us and we'll give you an answer on that. Okay. What we'll also do is tell us in which region or which area you are looking for a skincare therapist, where you would go to a professional skincare therapist. And also what challenge you are wanting to treat, because we have therapists that specialize in specific fields and in specific areas. So we will send you, if you've got acne, we'll send you to someone that everybody knows what they're doing with acne, but has a special interest in acne. Yes. So that's the best way to get hold of Lamelle.
Yeah. So Skin Renewal is one of our sponsors as well.
Yes.
And I know that they stock Lamelle, and the therapists are very well
trained. And the doctors
they've got the knowledge. Yeah, they know exactly what to do. So Skin Renewal, definitely you can go to them and they will also tell you in which area they are. But most certainly go to lamelle.co.za and you will find out everything you need. But once again, Corinne, thank you so much. And I know what I need to do for next week to prepare for myself. My HA serum is definitely going with. But thank you, everyone, and we will see you soon on the next episode of Tea with Tea. Remember to go and like, share, and follow us on all of our social media pages. See you soon.